Hello and welcome back to In the Gold Fields. Now I've been doing some studies or doing some testing since the last time I did a cleanup video, but I got some concentrates today. I actually dug under some sand, got into some little cobble, and noticed there's a lot of black sand that was down there. So I dug probably another 12 buckets out of it, I think 13 maybe, because it's sand. Might be a little bit more, I don't know for sure. But it was, I worked down there 6 o'clock till 10. So it's 10 o'clock now. It's about 95 degrees, so it's getting kind of hot, so I got out of there. But anyway, I want to show you guys, a lot of people out there are misconception on my dry washing cleanups opposed to my wet cleanups. Now my wet cleanups are going to be done with a gold cube. If you don't know what a gold cube is, look it up, see the videos. Mike Pung, it's a great machine. There's other mats people put in it, but I prefer the mats that are in it. I'm not saying the other mats are bad. I don't want to have any extra stuff that I could lose with the gold cube. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. This is dry washing, number one, and our cons are dry as a bone because there's no water anywhere. But I'm going to show you what I do. Now these concentrates I got here, it's ones I've collected for like the last, I don't know, there's some of it from yesterday, a lot of it from today. Like you can tell the black sand. But I'm going to use this little tray and we're going to show you how I do it. Now, if you don't know what this little tool is, this is what they call the spin it off. Thanks to a good friend of mine in Canada, old Ted Ballas from Canada, he actually got me one of these at Gold Show a couple years ago, and I'll tell you what, this thing is invaluable to a dry washer. It works great. It also works great in the water. You can use it with your wets. We actually use it when we run the gold cube. Everything that comes out of the gold cube, it's going to have a lot of black sand in it, but we actually run this wet as well. But I want to show you today just how effective this thing is. Now, it's got a magnet in there. When you pull it up like that, the magnet disengages, of course. But let me just show you how effective this is. Now, have a tub, because you don't want to throw away your black sands. I'm not saying it's 100% proof that there's not going to be a good piece of gold get caught in the black sands. But the way we do it, the way I do it, I use this round lip as my gauge and let everything come up to the magnet. So watch this. It's pretty cool. Go right across it, come right back, and look at all that black sand on there, folks. That is a lot of heartache taken out of your pan. But like I said, I'll keep that back. Come back through and eat up some more. Like I said, I use this little wheel part for a gauge, a depth gauge. I don't want to put the magnet down close to it, because if you do, the black sands will come in real quick and it'll grab your gold. So I use the wheel to let the space pull the black sands up instead of making it come together and pull. But when I'm doing dry washing like this, I'll use the tray just like this, nice aluminum cooking tray. It ain't nothing big, but look at that. It just pulls the black sand out like a nice hairdo. That is a lot of black sand. So I'll tell you, when it goes to panning, folks, when it comes to panning, it's going to be more effective for you not to have it in. Ooh, I already see a piece of gold sitting right here. It's going to be a good show. It is great because, like I said, you suck the black sands, you get all the black sands taking all this stuff, and you can almost see the gold sitting in the pan, like right there. Where'd it go? Hang on, I'm gonna get it stuck to my finger. Let me get it up there. There you go. There's a piece of gold. That's a nice little piece, but I'll put that right back in there. Like I said, I'm gonna eat all this first, get all this stuff out. Ooh. I got a little bit of pan actually going here. It's an aluminum pan, I don't know why it's sticking. Here we go. Like I said, I'm going to go over this at least 2 or 3 times just to make sure I'm getting all the magnetics out, all the magnetite, anything that's anything that's got magnet capabilities I want out. So right there, that looks pretty good, sure and good. So put my cover back on. Don't want it to demagnetize. Look at all that black sand. That's a lot. That's almost a half pound black sand. So now what we're going to do is I'll take this and put her over here for just a second. Get my little panning tub back in here. Now, I had somebody comment the other day on my video about being in the shade and couldn't see the gold. The reason why you couldn't see the gold because it was still in the black sand, and like I said, most of my gold's going to be fine right now. But today I think I'm going to be able to, like I said, it's my new camera and I'm sitting here still trying to work it. It's kind of weird because it feels like it's too close, but it is a GoPro 8, so it flares it out. But anyway, we're going to pan this out because most of the black sand is gone, which is going to be a big benefit to me. Now see, there's a lot of blonde sands. You see how when the black sand and everything is, you just got the blonde sands left? That's what you want to take out. Now I know some fine gold, and I've already seen one good piece, so I know there's a couple pieces in here. There's got to be. It wasn't a bad spot that I was digging in today, but man, it was shallow. I thought it was going to be deeper than that, and it went just kind of shallow, and then went to some odd kind of rock underneath, and I knew right then that I'm probably just went too deep. I'll have to take a couple bag tests, bring a couple of Ziploc bags home tomorrow just to make sure I'm still on the gold. But for another test, it wasn't looking too bad, especially when I got all the black sands that I actually seen in here. There's still little black sands in there. Not all black sands magnetized, so, but let's see here. Well, we've got plenty of buckshot again. That figures. Let's see if I can't get this down a little bit more here. Anyway, like I said, I'm following these old creek channels that's on my claim where the creek used to be a long time ago, because the creek always moves out and leaves the deposits behind. I probably should have put this through a 20 mesh classifier, but this will be all right. Let's see if I can't do the lily bounce. Now I got a video coming up. I'm going to show you guys how to do this. A little bit better than how I'm going to show you today, but I call it, I can't remember what they call it. There used to be a guy called the blueberry. He did the blueberry bump on the top of the pan. I don't like to do it that way. I generally come from the side like this, and what this will do is it'll make all my heavies go this way. All my lights and magnetite or black sands will go that way. That's in theory, but you got to have your water right. And then you bring it back again, and you should be able to see some gold up in here. Now let me do this. I'm going to get right in front of the camera real quick for you guys. Okay. Let me see if I just can't. Let me see if I can't pan this out so you guys can see it real good here. All right. Now there's some gold. See, there's a lot of buckshot in there, but there's also a couple pieces of nice gold. See a couple pieces drop. There's a piece. We got a piece showing up there at the top. Get the buckshot out. Like I said, this is just a rough cleaning. I'm not cleaning it out yet, though. But you can see there's some gold there, gold there, gold there. And it might be helpful if I was in the sun, but I don't know. Let's try that, shall we? I'm going to just pop this little baby off. We're going to walk right out here. See if I can't get a little better stuff in the sun here. All right, let me get my back turned. Here we go. Now, let's see. See, there's some gold showing. There's a nice flake. There's a nice flake. All right, there's 3 or 4 more nice flakes in here. There's some more showing. Not too bad. Buckshot is what kills you, though. That stuff, like I said, we'll usually classify down to 20 mesh to try to get rid of that, but then you'll also classify out pieces like we're seeing there. Now, there you go, folks. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to see in a clean out. That is not too shabby right there. That's pretty fair. I'll take it. It wasn't much dirt that we ran today, and that was the hardest part of it. But that's still showing me that, number one, there's gold down on the claim, and number two, that I'm close to it. Now, am I in the great spot yet? You know, am I in the magic spot yet? Probably not. Probably not. Like I said, it went shallow. I'm still finding too many birdshot. I mean, it's just, I don't know what's the deal with my claim is down there, but there's just ungodly amounts of birdshot. Put that back on there, and then I'll take this and save this. I'll have Lisa clean this up later when she's got time. She's the one that goes through it pretty fine and makes sure that the stuff is dang sure ain't got the lead in it, dang sure ain't got the black sands. Keep these black sands. I'll throw these probably in some of the flower pots or something like that around here, but that's pretty much how we do our dry washing cleanups. Like I said, when we got them dry like that, we classify them down and get all the big rocks out. Generally, I'm going to use the spin it off. Just the black sand is just a beating and a burden, along with all the birdshot we got. And like I said, if you want to get rid of the birdshot, I do an 8 mesh classifier. I'll go down to probably a 20 mesh classifier, and then take the birdshot out, and then I'll have to pan it anyway because the bigger pieces of gold won't go through the 20 mesh, but the fine stuff will. But it does make it easier to clean out when you're doing it by a spoonful at a time. And like I said, I'm going to do a video later on to show you guys how to do the final cleanup to get your gold totally clean. That video is going to come up. I'm going to actually have help with that video, holding the camera and stuff. So I'll have her probably do that this weekend or something like that. We'll make a good video for next week anyway. So, but anyway, once again, I want to thank my sponsor out there, H&B Mining out of Grass Valley, California. I can't wait to start using the wet equipment again and get that stuff going. And also want to thank my other sponsor, Can't Stop Smoking Barbecue, right here in Phoenix, Arizona on Chandler Boulevard. So like I said, these guys has helped me out a bunch last year, this year, and well, Can't Stop Smoking's been a sponsor of mine for about 3 or 4 years, so he's always in there. But yeah, without ado, that's how I do it. I hope this helped you guys out, showed you just how quick that you can clean up if you're working a dry washer. Like I said, it does work wet too, but that's a different technique. But until I get to show you that, I'm out here once again. Swiftwater's gone, if you know what I mean. So, and get out there and start living life before life isn't there to start living. And I'll tell you, I may see you in the gold fields now. Have a great day.
In the mood for some delicious barbecued ribs, pulled pork smoked sausage, and the best brisket in town? Try Can't Stop Smoking Barbecue. 2 locations, 2650 East University Drive in Mesa and 7250 West Chandler Boulevard in Chandler. Can't Stop Smoking Barbecue is serving up everything for lunch and dinner and deliver right to your home or office. Easy, quick catering setup for any parties and budget. Let them bring great barbecue to you. Amazing menu, lots of choices and delicious barbecue. Can't Stop Smoking Barbecue.